Welcome back, UNLV fans. Cassie Soto, Mark Anderson here for another episode of Rebel Nation. Mark, it has been a tough stretch for the Rebels, now on a 3-game losing streak after falling on the road to Colorado State 95-77. Mark, the first time the Rebels have given up more than 90 points this season, and that came pretty easy for the Rams because they shot a whopping 65% from the three-point line. How do you even begin to stop that?
Well, you got to defend.
Yeah.
They didn't do that, And we talked about that, I think, last week, right? They in Reno, they didn't get on the three-point shooters. You got to close out, and when you don't close out, the other team gets some early confidence, gets some rhythm, and they're hard to stop. And that's what happened to Colorado State. They got some early shots, got it going with their confidence and with a home crowd, and they rolled from there. And UNLV actually looked like it might go the other way early. They had an 8-point lead, I think it was, and the things go in their favor. But then they just stopped defending after that. Colorado State started rolling, and everything switched.
Do you think this team is still trying to find its identity? I mean, there's only about 8 or so games left in the regular season. How quickly does that need to be found?
I don't know they're necessarily trying to find their identity. I just think this is kind of who they are.
Okay.
They'll play really well at home and struggle on the road, and it describes, like, other than San Diego State, it describes almost every other Mountain West team. Maybe San Jose State also can't throw in there for the other reasons, but. I just think that's just kind of the nature of the conference. They're like the other conference teams. If they're at home, they tend to defend better. They tend to shoot better. On the road, they struggle, and that's just kind of. I don't know why. I mean, I know that's college basketball in general, that you obviously play better at home, but it just seems more pronounced this season.
Right, and you mentioned that, and that leads right into my next question. The schedule doesn't get easier for the Rebels. Now they'll go to Logan to face Utah State. You mentioned that home court advantage. 11-1 the Aggies are on their home court. How do you predict that'll go, and how easy will the Rebels shake off a nearly 20-point loss from this past weekend?
Well, UNLV saw last season how difficult it is to win at Utah State, and especially against Nehemias Keita. He had his way with them. And when they faced each other in Las Vegas earlier this year, Keita did not play. He was hurt. Sam Merrill, the reigning player of the year in the conference, was banged up. Those guys are much healthier now. They had a tough loss against San Diego State on Saturday, where they blew an 8-point halftime lead and lost by 12. So they're looking to bounce back themselves, and their home crowd is one of the more vociferous home crowds in the conference. And,
right.
It's kind of a fun home crowd, but they can come up to that line a little bit. So UNLV's going to be in for an interesting treat that night. But it's a tough challenge for sure.
All right, well, we'll see what happens there. Moving on to football now, Mark. It is officially National Signing Week, and Marcus Arroyo definitely got to work over the weekend. Can you give us a breakdown of his recruiting haul?
Picked up another commitment today, in fact. So it's incredible. In December when he decided not to sign anyone earlier, it's like, is he really doing the right thing? That was taking a chance, especially when you saw other schools with new coaches go ahead and signing a lot of players early. And he decided, he's going to put all his energy into the February signing period, which is kind of going against the national grain these days. Right. It's working, and it's incredible. It's one of the best recruiting classes UNLV has had in many years. Now, can they play? Right? It's one thing to get all the recruiting ratings and all that, but once they arrive, that's when you got to develop them. That's when they got to play at their potential. Right now, it's good. We'll see in August training camp, and then in the season exactly how it begins to pay off. But it's definitely a good start. Yeah.
Any big names that fans can get excited for? New guys that'll be opening up Allegiant Stadium.
Well, they got 2 TCU transfers, including quarterback Justin Rogers. So it'll be interesting if they can get him eligible this season, where he doesn't have to, if he has to get the waiver to play right away. You got to figure he's got a great chance to win that starting quarterback job.
Right.
He was a big-time recruit coming out of high school, but he got hurt as a senior in high school, blew out his knee. Has had trouble coming back from that injury. Had a foot injury at TCU, and then middle of last season announced he was going to transfer. So. If he's healthy and can play up to what he was in high school, that kind of player, that's tremendous. Over the weekend, they got Edrick Whitley, one of the top rated players in school history. So they got, I think, 5 3-star recruits yesterday. I think they got another one today. That ranked second in the Mountain West. I mean, read into that what you will. I mean, who knows really? But especially for a new coach trying to establish a new culture. it's a great start.
Right. All right, Mark. Well, thank you as always for stopping by.
Thank you, Cassie.
Well, another reminder for you all out there, you have until February 14th to get free and unlimited access to our content by downloading the new and improved Las Vegas Review Journal app. So head on over to your app store and download it today. For Mark Anderson, I'm Cassie Soto. Thanks for watching Rebel Nation.